everybody, this is Meister Mogul bringing you some From Glory to Goo. This is a base building wave survival game, and I am so happy to be sharing this with all of you today. We're going to keep things simple, keep it on the Oasis, our captain. We just unlocked the physicist, but I'm just going to stick with the Admiral for now, whose main focus is on ship fire weapons and their special unit, the Commando. Yeah, and as for our spaceship, I have all of them unlocked, but I'm thinking for this playthrough, we should do the SCS Phoenix. Really give ourselves the Space Hulk vibe from Warhammer 40k. But anywho, with that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Alrighty, here's our base. I like to pause first and get a lay of the land. One of the biggest things you want to be looking for are these crystals, as well as dirt mineral deposits, but I don't see any right now. Another thing you ought to be looking for, and this is just in general, choke points. This game is all about wave survival, and what you gotta do, give yourself a small area to funnel the enemy through. You do not want to be facing them out in the open. One of the unique concepts about this game is that you also have the ship to contend with. Since we're running the SCS Phoenix, there are a lot of modules to work with, but there's also a lot of danger in that regard too. See, we already have an infested module down here. I mean, we can send our Marines to take it out, but we only have 11. You know, if we start upgrading the ship and investing in it, you know, and clear this thing out, provide some serious firepower, especially if we get some cannons on these hard points here. But first things first, let's set up our base here. Now there's a few resources that we work with. Effort, which is like the manpower, and you get different amounts depending on if it's workers, professionals, or experts. Crystals, which you can see here. Ore, which we won't be getting to yet, and isotopes, which are used for advanced construction and upgrades. Let's first grab our captain and our 4 troopers and get on clearing out the surrounding area. So we're just going to set up an attack move order. Just have them move as a group right around our starting location. We do not want the goop coming in. That's for sure. That should be good for now. And what I like to do is set up a good grid of halves. Now halves require a certain amount of water and electricity, but they do provide 6 workers, 2 professionals. And that translates into, like I said earlier, more effort. And effort, I think, is usually the biggest bottleneck. It's also good to have connectors run through the area. Troops will move faster on connectors. For water, we only have pumps right now, and for electricity, we only have solar. So grass gives you a lot more. As you can see, we're getting like 22 there versus dirt, which would only give us like 10. So this would be a good first spot for a pump. Place that down. Now we could save 2 on connectors if we just do it here, but you want to have pathways through your base if you're moving troops around. So it's good to have it off to the side. So we'll invest a little extra. You know, it's only 10 more effort. We'll get that down. Now the mining hub. This would be a good first spot. Or here. And we want to get as much as possible. We want to maximize our mining resources. Another thing is that each of these buildings also requires use of workers and professionals. And every time you build something and it uses one of these, they stop supplying effort. So you can run into a situation where it's like you have a lot of buildings out there, but they're not optimized. You could be running into effort bottlenecks and end up like hurting yourself more. So you got to make a call. Do I want to do a 6 mineral mine or 7 mineral mine, or get 2 and get more potentially in the long run? You know, it's a tough choice. But we'll just do a 6 for now. And it's not going to build right away because we don't have connectors set up, but when the next cycle flows through, we can get to it. But it might be better, keep that area in mind, it might be better just to get some hab infrastructure set up. 5 halves would do 25 water. We'll the pump, it's going to get us 22. Yeah, so we should be good on water. And for electricity, there's 5 of them. We should be fine in that regard. You do not want to be running low. Once you start running out of power, what will end up happening is buildings will get shut off and you'll lose any resource production from them. But with that stuff out of the way, let's begin. Now our captain here has dual mounted wrist rockets, which are very good in the early game to take out some waves. You can see them right here. And as we're going through, let's peel off some troopers to cover our area. If you ever played There Are Billions, this will seem very familiar. You do not want any goop sneaking in. They periodically will come through. And looks like we got an ore deposit over here. Excellent. Ah, see? Speak of the devil, here's some goop that's trying to get in. Waves will come at predetermined cycles, which we'll see here. And this on here on the mini map, you'll see these little goop pockets. Those are spawner areas. There's typically some good resources by them, so if you clear them out, you can get some good goodies. But that's more of a later in the game thing. Here is a geyser. Geysers are excellent to get into your base for the mid game because you can get tons of water for relatively low costs. But that won't come into play until later. So anyway, we're getting our effort in. Let's start getting some more HABs set up. We should be fine for water, but not for electricity, so we should look into getting some solar panels built up. Now solar panels like being at least 2x2 kind of setups. Just put that in there. And then on the next run through, we might end up getting a mining hub put in. But anyway, let's continue. If you heard that, that is the captain and they've upgraded. Now we can get special abilities that they can use. So an auto stimulator, a Carillion gas canister, or a Wayfarer beacon. The Wayfarer beacon can be very useful once we've kitted out the ship, because you can get 1 free shot from each gun on the spaceship. But at this time, due to the ship I picked, we do not have any guns readily available. You also have access to the shotgun and do a little more damage. Let's see. I think I'll take the risky play and do the Wayfarer beacon, and plan to get out the bigger guns as soon as we can. You'll notice that there's a grid where we can't place anything. That's where goop will spawn out of the ground. To prevent them from doing that, we'll need a thumper put in. Yeah, it looks like, we're running out of electricity, but we're getting a solar panel set up, so that'll handle itself. Alright, let's get this mining hub. You want to get these up as soon as you can. Just set that there. And you're noticing that I'm not putting a center hab in. That's because when we unlock research, there will be a building that will double the amount of effort you get that we can place right in the center. Whenever you move units, do an attack move. It's that classic. And here is the enemy type we're facing, the Nasher. So all aliens will deal extra damage, they'll have less health, and there will be a greater proportion of biters in the waves. Not too crazy. So they're a real glass cannon build. You'll notice that here on the stone, or the rocky terrain, you don't see this pattern. Based on the terrain, so you get lush, rocky, dirt, grass. They each have different properties. Lush terrain will give you more water. Rocky terrain, the goop will not come out of it. So, if you wanted to, you could expand onto the rocky area a lot more easily. I usually do like a grid-based pattern expanding out. But anyway. We now have the mining hub set up. That took up some of our workers and our professionals. But we should now get in some crystals coming through. And crystals and ore are the main things you use to upgrade the ship. So it's like a balancing game of what you want on the ground and what you want in the air. And we're going to need to get more water soon, so I got to look into getting that set up. Now it's also like trying to apply for space, you know, get the most efficient. So we'll set up there. Have a nice passageway through here. And we can probably finish up a grid this way. So we'll have this whole area marked out. It sucks that we have like a little bit of the goop coming in through here. We'll set up a thumper to like clear up that area though. You know, but it's nice having this, you know, one whole side cut off. Except for flyers. When flyers come in, they can and will cause trouble. Just like there are billions, if some of your buildings go down, they will spawn infected units. So be on the lookout for that, or place some turrets around. So this would be a good area to push into to get access to not only these geysers, but also this lush terrain to draw more water from here in the early game. But you notice that there's some bigger groups. We can show them off. There's the hopper. They're slow, weak. Hoppers are only threatening if they slip through your defenses or they attract something larger. The popper, like the hopper, but highly explosive. Avoid engaging them in melee and keeping them away from your walls. And then the thrasher, which is probably what you're going to see the most of. The faster, more deadly creation of the goo. Explosives are recommended when they arrive en masse, because when the waves come, there will be a lot of them. Oh. Speak of the devil, they're coming through. Let's block that off. We might be able to get away with just one trooper doing a patrol motion through here. Having one trooper patrol here. One here. And then one to cover this bottom section. Now you want to be careful when moving around open terrain with your troops. Depending on the troop type that you're moving around, them walking on the earth will cause goop to rise out, so you can end up getting into a very sticky situation. Another thing to look out for is your stockpiles. You can only have so much effort, crystals, or ore maintained at a time, so whenever you can, you should build. Oh good. We set up almost good enough not to cover the pumping area. We're going to lose out on a few dirt tiles, but that's not too bad. So getting our electricity up, our water up, and our effort up. And we should also look into expanding to more crystals and eventually ore, and then start upgrading. We're not using the ore for or the crystals for anything right now, so it's good to repair some new buildings. You might want to invest in marines. As you can see, the solar panels upgraded. They now provide 10 energy each. That's why you should have them in like a grid-like pattern or squares. Much more effective that way. I think another mining hub. We'll probably do like a 4 and a 3, and we get 7. Again, you're running into that situation and be like, is it better just to do 5 and not have the effort being taken up? But we shall see. We're running out of water again. Do a 19 there. Yeah, the sooner we can expand out, the better. You know, to get more troops, we're going to need a barracks. That's going to need some crystals and some effort. It's all a balancing act. You don't want to expand too quickly in one direction. Otherwise, your whole economy is going to come grinding to a halt. We'll do a mining hub there, and then we'll do one over here. Now we have access to research now. We can get mines, flamers, and robotics. Flamers can be really good, except that they can explode. And they can... I think they can do friendly damage. Friendly fire, so that's no good. But here's the building I was talking about, robotics. generates effort based on the number of nearby halves. So it's good to get this in, but it requires an initial 250 research upgrade. Now the ship's being boarded right now. We have 23 Marines fighting against 21 aliens. To keep that from happening, you got to keep your thrust up. Right now, our thrust is not that great, just because of how heavy the ship is. And that's due to the size of it, as well as the number of modules and how upgraded they are. So we got to let that play out. Whenever the ship's being boarded or getting attacked in any way, you cannot use any of the ship-based abilities, or build on it for that matter. So that can be really bad if your ship gets attacked during a wave, so do not be sleeping on your thrust. And there we go. So now we have 20 Marines. I think it'd be a good time to clear out this infected module. Yeah, Marines are a little bit stronger than aliens, so don't worry about them outnumbering you in the beginning. You should be able to clear through them. I'll just let that go on in the background. Alright, we got that underway. We have power, that's fine. Water's looking a little dicey for expansion out. This would be the opportune time to start getting thumpers put down. This area will get us access to more crystals. Here will get us water, and water is what we're mainly concerned with. We'll do a thumper here. Or further in. Because you also want to protect the thumpers. If your thumpers start going down, you can run into some serious issues real quick, as more goo can start spawning from the terrain itself. For now, we'll do a thumper here. And we'll run out of road this way. You can technically build in these areas. You can't build in Fog of War, but you can build out. But I wouldn't really recommend it, as the goop will continue constantly to destroy whatever's being built on that area. But once the thumper's down, it'll prevent any future goop from popping up out of the terrain there.
We're under attack.
And we have another upgrade on our commander. Growth Hormone, Saw Orbiter, Earth Banner. And we got 10% more damage. I always go for the Earth Banner. You can increase the attack speed of your troops, and once you get commandos out, it can really help change the tide of battle. So we'll get that guy plugged in. There we go, slowly building up our thumper, clearing out the area. Your regular troops have experience, but they're not super hardy, and it's more important right now for them to keep any wandering goop from getting in. But there's our thumper. Another thing that the thumper does when you put it up is it also provides a field of view. Your vision, provides vision, clears up any fog in its area, in the radius it provides, which is super useful, because as you can see, it's very dark. But with that out of the way, look into getting some more mining done, potentially getting 3 there. It's not too bad. The reason I'm focusing on crystals so much is all these compartments, all these damaged modules, they each require 20 crystals just to get up. So you can never have too many, especially with this Space Hulk kind of build we're doing. So getting on that sooner rather than later would be good. But I think for now, since we have the effort, is to get a barracks online. And that way we can help secure the area more and start pushing out. Let's make sure we're not covering anything super useful. Now you can build connectors over what would be the pumping station area. It doesn't affect their output. But like I said, you want through lines through your base for ease of access. And we can come out to here for this one. Not enough effort. I want to clear up a little more area for these solar panels. And I might do the same. I might clear off a few of these connectors for another set. for the Habs here. We're getting that underway. Let's actually take advantage of this lush. 38. I just gotta wait for more effort to come through. Clear out any goop in the surrounding area. Now there are pickups you can find out in the world, but yeah, speak of the devil, one's right here. Oh, we got a goop blobber. These are the artillery units. They'll start coming with the waves, the later waves. Always important to have ship cannons available or units with high range to take these guys out. They will destroy your fortifications very quickly. Yeah, it looks like we attracted it. Alright, looks like there's a group coming through. Don't worry if your captain dies or gets taken out. You can always call them back down after a little delay. Alright, got that there. We can have this be the thumper put here. I don't want the thumper sitting on useful terrain. Though it would be good. I wish I could see more of the area. Because this would be a perfect choke point, but again, we can't see, so we'll have to just make do. Got the barracks put in. The troops you can make include the trooper. Laser guns aren't that strong, and they'll take up one worker. But they are good to have around in groups. Reclaimed. So Burrow Goo cannot detect infected humans, but they are just melee units. They use less effort and crystals, but again, you're going to be like working mostly with melee units, and they're useful. Don't get me wrong, but if a popper ever gets into them or an artillery unit, they can get destroyed really quickly. And one unit that you'll be using throughout the whole game, this will take you through like early difficulties and some of these early stages, is the mortar teams. Any explosive damage or like area effect damage will take you really far, but these ones use ore, as well as a professional and some workers. So hopefully we can clear this area out soon and get that going. But for now, we can't build any troops right now until the next cycle comes through. So we'll wait. We can look to use some of our crystals though and keep preparing the ship. Let's see if we can build anything. Yeah, nothing right now. Alrighty. Wait for the dual-mounted wrist rockets to come back online, and then we're going to make a break for this crystal.
We're under attack.
There we go. Again, checking the area. Everything looks alright. Slowly running out of energy. I think it might be worth it to put 2 more solar panels in. We're going to get some pumps online, so let's get some more halves going. We might build out the... Now, we probably will build out the connectors one more to allow another set, so we can afford these together. Alright, and once we get this thumper set up, we'll be able to see this whole area. Ah! Here's a spawner. So there's different levels of spawners. This one probably sends out little hoppers, but whenever you can, expand into these areas and take them out. Ah, here we go. And because we have more HABs available, we now have a second line of research. And one of the newest things they put in is a sensor array. And this will reveal a large area around it, which is a welcome addition to the game. Oh, but something you should also look into once you reach this level is the factory, since it doubles the amount of resources taken in. So now instead of getting 6 or 4, you'll start getting, 12 and 8. Really helps scale you up. Anyway, we got 44 right here. We got some effort. Let's get some troopers on the line. Also, continue repairing the area. Eventually, we'll start putting in structures. They'll give us more effort and whatnot. Let's see if we can do anything about this nest. This is why I like the shotgun. You can still focus on the nest while taking out anything it's spawning.
We're under attack.
Alright, we're getting close to the next horde coming. A few cycles before the horde arrives, you'll see the direction it's coming from. But based on the map layout, it might be coming from the north, but there might be a huge mountain range here, and it'll like hook around towards the south. So, you always gotta be careful and just secure whatever you can. There we go. Oh, don't want you destroying that. Repair that really quickly. Alright, now it looks like... I'm glad we expand out more. It looks like we have another... we have this river to the south and a mountain range up here, more towards the east. So we'll probably get away with like walling, this direction. Ah, this is an infected mutant trooper. They're now more goo than man. They have a ranged attack. Not too deadly, but something to look out for. Not all of the goo is melee, as you can see. Ah, another upgrade. It's another important reason why you should be sending your guys out. They can help definitely get more experience on your captain. Let's see, we got the new SMG, very useful, more damage. Drill Master continuous drills, boost garrison unit attack, or reduce space gun reload rate. I usually go for Drill Master. Continuous drills is new. Very useful if you have a lot of your troopers or commandos in bunkers, a la Scarcraft, but for now I'm going to go with Drill Master. Always like getting those orbital bombardments going. And we're going to swap in for the Raptor SMG. Very powerful. It might not sound like it, but really packs a punch. And good range. Oh, we got another spawner. Yeah, I always hear those attacks coming through. You gotta be careful. While your troopers can take out some of the Thrashers by kiting, they're not really good once they get into melee. We're getting some effort build up, so let's get back to base building. And we cleared out this area. Let's make sure we definitely get it fully cleared out and be good to go. I don't want to worry about anything back here ever again. So just do it there. Send that line up. And this can become like a new housing, hab area, or industry area, whatever you'd want. It's important to like push out find where the chokeholds are, or the choke points are, and then fortify there. You don't want to set up fortifications in bad spots. But some fortifications are better than none, though. I'll put you that way. You know, we could do like a power area here. That might be a good shout, since this area is running kind of low, and I don't want to push into that pump just yet. Another thing worth investing into is mining tabs. Maybe, yeah, mining cabs are rather hardy, so you can actually use them like as part of a impromptu wall if you want. Not the best, but not the worst. Set up a gate there. And let's get a wall put in. Ah, too close to the enemy. Let's go send these strippers to clear the area. Here, let's just do a bunker when we can. Getting another attack coming through. Alright. I think it's time we start investing in the ship. While thrust efficiency is low, power's not too great. We do have a lot of crew, at least compared to the amount of modules we have. I want to start building and getting closer to these hard points so we can get guns online. To that end, let's just go with something simple and get some thrusters. It'll reduce the amount of times we're getting attacked, hopefully. And then combine that with, we could do an armory, get more troops online. We really want manufacturing zones, but you never go wrong with more quarters. Now, maybe we'll just hold on to that extra bit. Let's see. Continue pushing out with the captain. Yeah, the captain is very good at clearing out areas, and you want to get them as much experience as possible. Ah, and here's one of the flyers, known as a flapper. Somehow the goo got airborne. Flappers ignore territory, so may attack from any direction. Ensure you're prepared for them. Yeah. Before a wave, you'll usually see the flappers coming first. And they will go over these mountain ranges. So, when you can, set up like a laser tower or something to intercept them. And speaking of, let's get a thumper put in over here. Help clear out this area. Send these guys through. Clear off that guy. Clear up this little hopper here. Yeah, I want to fortify this area. There we go. Then build another site here. Once that's built, we will remove these and expand the hab area, since we are good on both water and electricity at the moment. Okay, this guy here, stingers, very dangerous. They hit hard. To put in perspective, hopper, 4 damage, thrasher, 5 damage, not too bad. 14 damage, and they attack at range. Well, these guys are essentially melee. So they have the same range as you, they do double your damage, and they got a decent chunk of hit points. You know, the only thing we got up on them is that we attack faster. So be very careful if you ever get a stinger on you. But if you see stingers in an area, it must mean something important's around there.
We're under attack.
Yeah, there's a good bit of ore through here. Oh, Jesus, there's a Thrasher that got through. Now, let's go clear that out. Okay, now we can start expanding to this whole area. We might set up a wall here. Yeah, we don't want to lose out on our investment. I got to pay much closer attention to the crystals. I do not want to be losing out on anything. Yep, see, you can't place some fog. But that should be good for now. Yeah, none of this will build until you have it connected to the rest of your network. In fact, might have a gate there. Just so we can run a connector through. Like that. That we can hook it up to the mining. Yeah, I do not recommend going over all of this grass, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Ah, okay. You know, scratch that. It looks like the goo is going to be coming from the northwest, so we should be fortifying the areas here, which is not too bad. We got that thumper in place there. Let's clear this area out. Yeah. Goo will attack from other angles while the main attack comes through, so always keep guys patrolling in your back areas. And to that end, let's get a few more troopers set up. That's always a good use of your minerals. Yeah, this map isn't too punishing. It usually gives you quite a few choke points. You know, just gotta push out and find out where they are. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that goose spawning behind you and then running towards your base. Oh wow, there's a lot of crystals out here.
We're under attack.
This geyser is in a little bit of an annoying spot, but we can make do. We'll just put a gate over it for now. Eventually, when we get the area around it more secure, we can remove it and put a pump there instead. But for now, it'll be our area to transit over. You know, we do not want to have our base open before the attack comes. But now that we connected that area up to the network, it'll start to get built. And here comes the horde. You should be able to take the horde out with just your captain, but you know, it always pays to be prepared. I might actually make a preemptive save. I guess you can save during goose swarms. That's a new change. Alrighty, we're going into this live. Feel free to use a autosave though if it doesn't work out. You know, sometimes it could just be poor planning. get a thumper put in. Right there will do fine. And let's get a laser tower set up as well. No, not there. You know, towers cannot be next to one another, unfortunately. This, you know, with the river here, it's not really giving me a good spot. And we could do up there to the side, you know, cover any flyers that might get through. Oh.
We're under attack.
Ah, here they come. Good thing we got this wall set up. Ah, there's not too many. There we go. Done and done. Nothing got in through here. Here, let's connect the rest of that grid up. Send a few troopers over. You know, secure this area. Send you up there. Send you up to the side there. Alright, continuing to expand out. But yeah, there you go. That was the first wave done. Not too bad. And another wave will come in 74. They do get progressively harder though, so you know, can't be slacking. Probably do 5 here. Set that up there. Could definitely do with some more effort. Time to clear out this area. And replace it with habs. This is a tough one. I guess we can secure that area and we just run a long connector along here. And that's how they get around. It sucks that you can't go through buildings. You know. But what can you do? Yeah, I guess we can have like the turrets out one. This isn't going to be a permanent fixture. We're going to push forward later. Speaking of, let's get this area secured. You know, get some thumpers set up. You know, continue moving forward. Ah, we're running low on water. Running very low on water. I just overinvested. But that's not too bad because we have access to water over here. It's just a matter of extracting it. Yeah, we've run out of water. That will shut down the habs. Yep. So we'll just lose out in any effort we keep getting. Not too bad. But it does impede forward momentum. Let's get another one up there. Get some patrols going. Got crystals again. So let's continue repairing. Getting some more thrusters put in. And getting some more troopers out and about. Troopers are good for the early game and into the mid game, but with this commander, you really want to get the commandos out. But I think, you know, we're in a stable position. We just got to sort out the water, which should be, yep. See how many we can get turned on. Alrighty, now we just gotta start the power really quick. That can be done just like that. And one more because I really like symmetry. Excellent. We'll lose out on a bit of water here and there, but not too much, I hope. I am prepared to put down another pump if need be. In fact, yeah, if we have it, make use of it, right? Yep, getting these walls put in.
You got it. You got it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's get another thumper. Continue pushing out. I guess in this direction, and then we can push another one over there.
You got it. On my way. Let's
Set
go.
you up there, set you up here. Yeah, alright, we're in a stable position. We're slowly getting this ship back online, this infested Hulk. Got the thrust high enough that we are back in the green. Power's not too good. You want to keep power positive, so that might be our next, our next thing getting built up. But yeah, we got the crew, we got thrust, we got powers about to be back online. We got quite a bit of effort coming in, along with crystals. Everything's on the up and up, and we're getting more troops out here. Yeah, so this is a good place to leave it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see more from Glory to Goo with Meister Mogul. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.